Going after the sponsors is the one that pisses me off the most.
Same. Like, go after the person.
Yeah.
Not the sponsors.
And if they own up to what they've done wrong, if they have done something wrong, then leave it. Why are you holding on to this?
Yeah.
Like
That's the
you
thing,
need
like,
to get a hobby.
It's the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokaii with two eyes. We are back. We're on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Getting cancelled is, how long has that been around now? It's not long.
It's not too long. I feel like it's that new age, that new era.
Who was the first? Was it Logan Paul?
I think it started with Logan Paul and that forest incident.
On the influencer side?
Yeah, most definitely on the influencer side.
I really think it was, because Logan Paul, what happened with him? He went to Japan and he was on his he was growing rapidly on YouTube, but his videos were just cringe.
They were all over the shop, and it was one of those. He was doing daily vlogs.
Yep.
But I think, and I've always asked this about those ones that do. There's no possible way every single day of your life is entertaining. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, or you burn out.
Like, exactly, man. And I feel like Logan Paul was just trying to make every video better than the day before.
Oh, he even admitted.
Like,
yeah,
you know,
and when you've got that much money and you're doing something, like he would go crazy and maybe climbing the biggest mountain in America.
Yeah,
and
just cause.
Just cause. And then it's like, okay, tomorrow, how do I beat that?
Yeah,
and
exactly. And it's just, you're trying to one up every single video.
Which is too hard, and you'd burn out. And he even admit, he's like, I was physically and mentally sick. He's like, I was so done. But he had a controversy where he went to Japan, and in Japan there's a suicide forest. And in the suicide forest, obviously the name explains itself, but there was actually someone who went out and hung themselves. And during his visit, he filmed that. He filmed the body, then back to him, then made the video, and also mentioned at the start of your video something regarding this is for mental health awareness.
Yeah, something like that.
Which was just shocking. Like
It's a big no-no.
Yeah, and
big red flag.
The internet went fucking ballistic.
Off.
Yeah.
Like, the most I've ever seen it, like in the past, like you and I, we've watched Keemstar, and I suppose, like, yeah, he's been tried to be Keem, but like
internet
as
drama
for like
superstar.
a big person,
yep,
and someone that, like you said, was growing rapidly, would have to have started with Logan Paul, and then you've seen the likes of like a James Charles, Taddy. Who else have we seen? I suppose Frosty.
Mate,
like
at this stage,
pretty much anyone and everyone with a social media platform.
It is anyone and everyone. There's with Logan, once he did get cancelled because it was just trending, and then you'd have celebrities chiming in. When you got bigger celebrities chiming in, it just goes berserk. And other than that, the trend started as well, taking away people's sponsors. So there's fans out there.
The sponsorships got.
Yeah. So if we and you had a sponsor, I don't know, we'll just say.
Let's say Prime, because Prime's in the background.
Yeah, let's say
like
Prime sponsor us. Then if we really screw up, or even these days, even if you just little mess up.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not even if you screw up as such. It's if you make like a comment that's maybe a bit risque.
Yeah. And then the DMs are just flooded with these, I guess, air quotation marks, fans who just go out and just say, you shouldn't be supporting this person. You shouldn't. Why would you do this? Which I don't know how you have the time and energy to go out of your way to do that.
That's genuinely making like a customer complaint.
Even worse.
You're spot on.
Because you're a teenager. You're not 40 years old with a perm, and you're not.
I think the worst part is as well, like in so many of the things that we've seen cancelled, it's always like that clip where like maybe I've said something that doesn't hit, but you're just clipping that 10 seconds out of the whole 5-minute segment or conversation that you and I are having back and forth.
Yep.
You've just clipped the 10-second thing where I look like an arsehole.
Yeah. Yep. And there's no context behind it. And we always say context is key. But again, I never understand the people who go off. Anyway, it just after that. Also, credit to Logan Paul. He brought his career. He's
like flipped that 360 to 180 to, I don't even.
The Rock level of fame now.
He really is, man. He's massive. Conquering so much.
So he's gone berserk. He's. I think I said berserk a few times. I don't know. Is that
Berserk's
my new
a
favourite
great word? word of the week here at Morokaii.
He's gone nutter butters, and
even better word.
He's doing really, really well. But that trend did start, the whole cancelling trend.
Then also those apology videos as well.
Oh, they come hand in hand. And do you want to know who people who don't apologise? Is your Donald Trumps, your Andrew Tates. And do you know why they're thriving? Because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they just say their thing.
You don't apologise. Again, apologise if you mean it. If you screw up and you go, I did that actually.
Yeah, if you sincerely mean it. But don't give us one of those PR stunts
where
it's not even like what you've said.
Yeah.
Like, and you can just tell that it's been forged by your team. It's not even like your words. It's like, I've stuffed up. Your PR team's like, oh my God, like you're done. We need to put out just a quick blanket apology.
Yeah.
Like a little Band-Aid.
Do you know the people who...
so bad.
So those ad agencies, they're just as bad. I learned the other day. Okay, so anyone out there, if you don't know, a guy called True Geordie, he's very big in England, and he's taking over in the way of, with all the YouTube boxing fights, he's the commentator, he has his own live streaming, he has his own podcast, he's growing bigger and bigger.
And he's had some very big guests as well on this podcast.
Recently he had Tyson Fury.
Yeah, which is massive.
Huge.
Massive.
Absolutely huge. So he's gone... Again, Nutter Butters. He's doing very well, but he screwed up and he's in a bit of a mischief with Andrew Tate. And Andrew Tate is, I guess, recently announced he's Muslim.
Yes.
And True Geordie made a joke on his live stream saying, then why doesn't he blow himself up? Okay. Now, look, a lot of people are going so fucking nuts at that comment.
Yeah.
When there's so many people that just in their day-to-day life have said,
easily make that joke.
Worse.
Yeah,
like
it's
way
a classic. You work at a supermarket or you're in the road, and even just driving in general, and like, oh, of course the driver's such and such.
Yeah,
like
there's so many. There is so many moments people have made out of pocket comments that maybe they don't mean, or they're trying to be funny, or they're trying to insult someone, and they don't actually wish someone blew themselves up.
Yeah.
Or they don't... there's so many different avenues where they're like, oh, I don't really mean it. Because I find the people that actually do mean it never get called out.
Oh, no way. No, you're so spot on. You're actually so spot on.
Yeah, the people that
no
are
one
horrible,
bats an eye at those ones.
You're pedophiles. You're actual racists who would literally hurt someone because of the colour of their skin. There's no freak out for them.
Yeah,
on the
there's
internet.
no punishment.
Do you know why? Because there's no attention.
Yeah.
If I was one of those types of people and there's someone down the street who is completely racist, and any time someone of colour comes down and he actually tries to attack them, like a proper racist.
Yeah.
But then let's say, okay, Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate says a backhanded comment or an off-the-cuff comment, and it's perceived as, oh, no, perfect. You know what? This one's perfect. Let's say Andrew Tate singed along to a song with the N-word in it.
Yep.
Somehow, Andrew Tate singing along to a song and just following the words.
Yeah, the lyric that's in said song.
For some reason, that type of person, let's say I'm that type of person, I'm going to attack him, make it social, make everyone know that I'm, I guess, I don't know, it's not doing the right thing. I'm somehow better, or I'm the one calling him out, and then I'm going to attack his sponsors. I'm going to go all those down. I'm spending time on someone who's not racist, who didn't have the intent. The context is not there.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe somehow spending time on the actual racist. Because guess what? There's no attention there. If somehow I call Crime Stoppers and I say, hey, the guy down my road is actually a danger to people of colour. Oh, well, hold on now. I think about it. Who on Twitter is going to know about this? No, but they'll know if I mention that Andrew Tate sang along to a bad rap song. I think that's what it is. I think it's attention, and I think kids are growing up that's the new norm.
Oh, most definitely the new norm, dude. You're seeing it everywhere. Everywhere. I swear, the amount of people... There's someone getting cancelled, I would say, every 10 minutes.
Yep.
On the internet these days.
And people are over it. A cancellation doesn't...
the word cancelled no longer has any... It doesn't hold any value.
Same with respect.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's long gone.
The word respect's gone. Anytime I see someone's like, oh, he's gained my respect, I'm like, you just saw a TikTok video of him.
Yeah, you saw a 10-second highlight of their best bits.
You have no idea of his backstory. And no one is allowed to make mistakes anymore.
Yeah, that's gone. That's null and void.
Yeah, and going after the sponsors is the one that pisses me off the most.
Same, go after the person.
Yeah,
not the sponsors.
And if they own up to what they've done wrong, if they have done something wrong, then leave it. Why are you holding on to this Like
That's the
you
thing.
need
Like,
to get a
like,
hobby.
it's the same as like the whole James Charles. Like people were so mad, but it's like, so you're still happily buying his makeup line.
Yeah, James
Like
Charles
you weren't trying to like cancel his own makeup like production. Like that's still okay, even though there's footage and leaked messages of what he's done wrong.
Yeah,
And it's not just once, by the way. It's been on multiple accounts.
yeah.
I don't understand. Like, what leverage does he have over all these other people?
Yeah, and I don't get it either. Like, they're going after the makeup, like, because there's people that are involved in that company that aren't
which then
James
they
Charles,
lose it,
just because they're working under him. They shouldn't be involved in any way. It just should be, okay, well, let's make sure
James Charles is held accountable
for speaking to children.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen again. So, True Geordie, so this is just the current cancellation that's going on. True Geordie then lost all his sponsors. So one was a gambling site, the other was Gymshark.
Yeah, a massive sponsor, by the way.
Huge. So I think another one, I don't know. There was all these sponsors are gone.
Yeah, there was a couple.
I learned that, because I always thought, I was like, oh, if I was a company and someone screwed up, but they didn't really, there was the context behind it. Like I wouldn't sit back and let 13 and 15-year-olds tell me that I need to stop sponsoring someone because of a comment.
I think a perfect example of that is, for example, Johnny Depp with the whole Amber Heard trial. Everyone that Johnny Depp worked with pretty much shocked him, aside from Dior. Dior Sauvage, which is the male perfume that he has, they still ran the ads with him. But everyone else were like, nah, like, sorry, Johnny, because these accusations that aren't 100% true, because Johnny and only Amber Heard and maybe like the handful of their close-knit circle know exactly what's happened.
Yep.
They're just running with all these stories. And until there's concrete evidence, then go ahead and then make those decisions. Don't just because you're getting blown up by 13, 14-year-old, whatever, and all that. Like, actually go watch the video yourself and then you make your own judgment call on the information that's there in front of you.
Yeah.
Does that risk our guidelines, our terms of service? Do we still want to be working with someone that has made maybe these comments?
Yeah.
Can I see from the perspective as like, all right, like definitely shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
And all that. But in hindsight, if we look at all these previous videos and all that, at the end of the day, he's not that sort of person.
Yeah.
You can make that justification, or maybe just remove the sponsorship for maybe like a couple of months, see what they then do in that rebuild period.
Yeah.
And then
it would take a lot for, I would have to, I don't get it, because if I watch someone that I really looked up to, and they screwed up and I thought that, nah, that's a big screw up. I have lost a lot of respect for you. I wouldn't go after their sponsors. And if I was going to write something, it'd be a message of, I don't know. This is what's hurting my head. I can't understand if you're actually a massive fan of someone, really going deep and then messaging their sponsors, their friends, could be just trying to hurt them if you're an actual fan of them. It makes no sense to me.
No,
it's all the people that are complaining and people that just want hate, just want attack. And I learnt that, because it would confuse me, as I said before, if I was sponsoring someone I didn't agree, why they cancel this sponsoring anyway. Apparently, they do it for PR. So it didn't click, because if True Geordie has Gymshark as a sponsor, Gymshark leave True Geordie because of a racist comment. Gymshark then look great because they're not supporting technically racism. Yeah. So then they can just support someone else, or in, I don't know, maybe a month's time, come back and support him again once he's done his apology. Yeah. So it looks great for them. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah, no, you're spot on.
Stick by the people you sponsor.
It is massively like that, though. Like, you chose them, you've worked alongside them for the longest time. Like, if anything, this is now probably a time at need, like, where you need to be supporting them. Like, get them to, like, seek help, or, like, I don't know.
Why is it that someone like why is it, okay, someone like True Geordie is obviously, he's not racist. He's made a joke against someone he really doesn't like. And it wasn't the right comment. Yeah, and it wasn't the right comment.
Passing comment.
Should just be, look, that won't happen again. I apologise. I know I would have offended some people. I hope you know that wasn't my intent. Move on. What if I could go into a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobby and have the same game with a few people, and I'm telling you now, they're the most racist, evil people. If you want to go into actual racism.
Yeah.
Just join a Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty
game lobby, like
where
game
it's
chat lobby.
constant sexism, constant.
Yeah.
That's actual. The content there is those people, because they're behind a screen and got the mic on, they want to, I guess, cause harm because they know it won't come back to them. That's why you will see every single influencer watch carefully what they say and not make jokes. You can't make jokes anymore. Fuck me, you can't go to a comedy club.
Oh, this is a perfect example.
You can't go to a comedy club and make jokes either. That's the one place where it's meant to be safe.
Yeah, you're allowed. That's a safe haven.
And fuck Will Smith again. I'll repeat this. Fuck Will Smith for being that guy that slapped a comedian because he didn't. Oh, that pisses me off so much. Like, because he caused a lot of other people thinking that that's a norm now, that you can get up and attack someone or just assault someone for something he didn't like what was said.
Yeah.
I always remember this. If I said to you some absolutely horrible things, like some really deep dive, like just hurting you as a person, and they were really
those personal attacks.
But not only that, there might be attacks that a lot of people would go and be like, "That is, you should not be around this person. That was horrible, right? Awful." But if I said that to you in Chinese, and there's a few other people watching, they'll have no idea.
Yeah.
And then I go back to being nice, you'll have no idea.
Yeah, I walk away.
It's just fucking words.
Yeah.
It's just words. Unless someone's actually attacked you, and this is what pisses me off when I go on about pedophiles. There's horrible people out there causing damage to children, and there could be like a proper change if all this hate was spread over to them.
Or you're so focused on trying to cancel someone online.
Going on about these racist comments, how about the people who are literally racist? There are people who like have groups out there.
They're still like the KKK and stuff like that, man.
Actual racism.
There's still like Nazis.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, it's very taboo to say, but like, there's still people out there that believe in those values that Hitler like carried with him.
If you're a person that gets so hung up and obsessed about all these terrible comments, how about you dive deeper? If you watched True Geordie make a comment about a Muslim blowing himself up, how about you really deep dive and go, okay, how about I go after some actual real racists? This guy, if True Geordie was a racist, then he's like fucking low
at the
tier.
bottom of the scale,
like
racist.
at the absolute bottom tier. Why don't you go after the big dogs? If you want that,
that's the thing. Like, if he's come across like racist in a couple of other videos, okay, well, like clearly, like, you know, there's an underlying thing there. But if it was like a one-off comment, granted, I must admit as well, like with True Geordie, like I've watched a couple of podcasts, and from the podcasts that I myself watch, I didn't get that impression of him.
Neither did I,
like, at all. But
you know what we'll end on, because I think this is what he did wrong. He screwed up here. We were talking before about apologies the PR team make for you.
Yeah.
This is where I was on board with him, and then he did this, and I was like, you fucking idiot. Now you've lost me. I'm not the type that's going to write anything to you, but I'm also not going to watch
but you
some
know,
of
you're
your
not
stuff
continue,
for now. Because his apology video was the most cringe thing I've ever seen. Went for 20 minutes. An apology video needs to go for maybe, a minute. He said like and subscribe at the end of it. He fake cried. I
did see the fake crying bits. I didn't know that he said like and subscribe though.
Yeah.
That right there's already like, you've lost me just by saying that.
Mate, just so
you don't need to like
stupid.
turn off the like.
Apparently he went like
turn off comments.
I had to click off, but I saw some of the highlights on TikTok, and he's going on about, I think maybe his mum.
Yes, I was going to mention that,
and I was like, mate, what has
you've
that
just
got
spiraled
to do?
this so out of control? Just apologise for what you did and call it a day. That's all it needs to be.
Anyone who's having an issue with a friend, or let's say in a relationship, it could be family. If you fucked up and it was an off-the-cuff comment, or you've done something wrong, plain and simple, every time, and only do it if you mean it. Never do it if you don't mean it. Learn why they're upset first, but just say, hey, look, I screwed up. This is not my intent. The context is this. I am sorry. It will not happen again. Like, I promise you.
I will learn from this.
Yeah, it will not happen.
Going forward.
Yeah, and I just...
I hate that, man.
I apologise, but please, it's not going to happen again. It's now in the back of my mind. I'll make sure I don't do it again. If they want to keep being upset and angry with you, that is on them.
That's on them now.
That is on them. You can't do anything.
You can't change people's opinions.
What are you going to do? Beg? Fuck that.
Yeah.
You've done the right thing.
Yeah, you've apologised. You've owned up to your own mistake.
Yeah, but don't fake it.
Now you've got to move on. Yeah, don't fake it. And don't, for the love of God. I hate it when it's always like, oh, look, they'll apologise for the initial thing, and then out of the blue, it's like, my dog was just really sick, like my family, and it's just like, that's got nothing, like, that, whatever is happening outside of this YouTube space, like, the world doesn't need to, like, you've now just brought in you've now made other reasons, like, excuses, and all that, that's like, no, like, you said the wrong thing, it is what it is, let's move on.
Yep.
And I'm like, you might lose a couple of sponsors or lose some whatever. That's cool. But I'd rather you be real open and honest and transparent than this bullshit fake apology that already 10,000 other YouTubers before you've already said.
Oh, mate.
Because it's not genuine.
Yeah.
It's as fake can be.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
no, I'll do a good example before we go. I have a group of the best mates like ever.
Yes.
Like, literally ever. I couldn't trade them for the absolute world, right? And then the other day, a joke was made towards one of them, and they didn't take it very well. They actually didn't really like it. And for the whole 5-6 years, whatever we've been friends, usually everything's thrown at everyone.
Yep. As it is in most friend groups.
Yeah. And I had no idea that this affected him, but he just said straight away, like very plain and simple, hey guys, didn't like this. Straight away, I literally meant it, like from the bottom of my heart. I was like, nah, man, look, didn't mean it in that way. Sorry, will not happen again.
Yeah. No, and I feel like that's happened a lot of times in friendship groups as well.
Yeah, but also, but I would not say that if I didn't mean it, because there's no point.
Yeah.
And people do that too much. And like, after that, it's no big deal. Like, after that, all good. We'll go on to the next one.
Yeah.
We're the best mates there could possibly be.
And that's how it should be done as well, by the way. Like, that is a perfect prime example of how you should go about it, and going about it the right way.
Respect to him too, because we've thrown the most ridiculous, crazy jokes at each other that can be so out of line. So if he didn't actually bring that up,
then you'd still be going along with it as if everything was normal.
I literally would have no idea. And then like maybe over time, it gets a bit distant because I have no idea that he just doesn't receive that well.
Yeah.
So now it's like, sweet, I'll make sure that doesn't get brought up again. Like, I love you like a fucking brother. So
the last thing I want to do is upset you. Like, I've never had the ill intention to make you feel that way. Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. If I'm in a different friend group chat and someone says that, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You said this to me last week." Yeah. I'm not gonna pull the same shit. I'm gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up, Craig." Like,
no, you have to, though. You have to.
So true. Guys, that was Morokaii with 2 eyes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Before you cut them off hold on. Sorry, I do need to add, guys, on Spotify, there's a rating as well if you've listened to enough episodes. I cannot preach this enough. We want to aim for like 400, but stuff 400. I want to see 1K. I don't know when, but I want to see it. Yeah. And the only way that that's going to happen is if you guys out there who are listening to this on Spotify are rating it and listening to all our episodes. I don't even mind if you listen to the start, some in the middle, some at the end. If you want to only listen to some parts and bobs or whatever, that's okay with me. But be sure you're leaving a 5-star review. It really helps us out. Yeah. And it says, you're engaging with us. We can see like maybe what episodes you want us to deep dive into, or we can focus on more. That'd be ace. Yeah. And then if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Seriously, even if you don't want to comment, that's fine. Hit subscribe again. We just want to see some traction going. We've got so many things happening, even on TikTok. Drop a follow. Come swing by. There should be some sort of content out there that you should enjoy. And if there isn't, then leave a comment. And we can deep dive into that. But yeah, so I just wanted to throw that in at the end.
That's good. My girlfriend revealed to me, she's like, oh, you had an episode about Power Rangers and Spider-Man. It's like, I had to listen to the whole thing. And I was like, first off, that's negative energy to start the day. Why did you tell me that? I was like, what? I was like, why'd you tell me that? Yeah.
Good morning, babe, by the way.
But I said to her, I was like, on Spotify, I was like, after 60 seconds, it counts as like a play. Yeah. And I was like, so if you don't like them, just chuck it on for 60 seconds. After that, you're good.
Yeah, seriously. We appreciate anyone listening and all that. So seriously, whether it's,
we hit like 1,000 total plays the other day, and I was
crazy, by the way. Crazy. I was like, shit. From where we were to where we are now. And even episode wise, like, this has got to be like episode 80 something right now, if not even episode 80.
Yeah, nah.
Or maybe even like closer to 90. That is crazy.
I was thinking episode 100. I think we need to do like a 2 hour.
Like
I think we don't have to. We don't cut the pods. We just literally have
it.
Like just
sit
for 2
down.
hours.
We might even have some beverages.
I reckon we got to do it.
We get some feed. It's a mukbang or something.
We call some of our favorite
we
people,
have to, man.
surprise them.
Yeah, we have to. We'll actually call. We might even call Luke's group of mates, but not use their proper names. Use obviously the names that we've got on set pod.
I didn't tell you. What did I call him on the other pod?
I think we've had Brian.
Yeah.
All those names.
Yeah, it was like
those
pure
blue eyes, blonde hair, something, something like that.
Pure body or body of the god. Yeah, he's now official in his relationship.
Oh,
so big shout out to him. First,
that's awesome! Congrats!
He just holds true to his values.
Mate.
And
I know that you're listening because you're actually one of the best listeners that we have here. Not that we have best listeners. Sorry,
he always gasses me up. I love it.
But mate, just from the bottom of my heart, I want to say congratulations on the pod. I hope it's amazing, and I hope you're doing well. That's awesome news.
She looks like the most lovely girl. Like, you know, one of those ones who looks like just completely.
You take home to your mum.
Yeah,
they just get along with the fam.
Yeah, 100%.
The siblings.
She looks like
the animals.
Yeah, she looks like she couldn't hurt a fly. But I'll if she ever hears this, I want her to know. You have 1 in a million. Never
Don't
let
waste
him go.
this.
Because the minute you let him go, I'm pouncing. I now know he's ready for commitment, so I'm ready to pounce.
Oh, jeez, that's a dangerous one out there.
Nah, she's a lucky girl. And
beautiful.
Very good. But anyway, guys, that was Morokaii with 2 eyes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Boom.
Boom.